Hey guys, my name's 4.0 and welcome to episode 2 of the TroichCraft Modpack. So, today I just want to get a few things done and I'm trying to get away from the voiceovers, but when I was making this episode I didn't have a quiet environment to actually make anything. So I just recorded it really quickly, got about 2 hours of content in, and then I just finished editing it up. So I figured, you know what, a really quick voiceover shouldn't be too terribly bad. But then next time I record, I will try to get a more quiet environment. Hopefully tomorrow I can, sit down for maybe an hour and just work on it. But yeah, honestly, the plan for this episode was just to kind of get an actual base set up, get some infrastructure in. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of lose track of time when I was recording. Like, I honestly had OBS just kind of running in the background, and that was kind of it. So like, there's gonna be chops where it's like, what happened. Like that one right there was just me fixing settings, because like, since I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to do commentary as I played through, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just have OBS run. So like, everything I did was recorded. So editing was just me sitting here going, literally skipping like 30 seconds to a minute at a time. Just, okay, waiting for the next thing to happen. I mean, it's getting kind of sad. But, I am happy, at least when I first started off, or when I ended off last episode, we found a village and we found all that nice stuff. So I'm hoping that there's not a lot of dead time in this video, because I tried to cut out most of that. Like, I know at some point in time during this video I'm gonna, when I've gotten my Tinker's Construct pickaxe, then I will actually cut out me just mining, because I mean, honestly, who really wants to see me just go in the mines with a couple flint and just level up a pickaxe? Yeah, I figured it'd be kind of boring, so I just cut that out. And I've been trying to cut out stuff like that, so if you guys like, drop in the comments like, hey, I really want to see this, like if you guys want to see me mine, I'll turn it into a time lapse. I don't mind. But I did want to leave in the me making the stuff, just because like, while some people might go, okay, yeah, cool, you're making a pickaxe, whoop-de-doo, other people might not know how to do the Tinker's Construct stuff. So I at least want to show the processes for these things, just so that way, everyone can be involved. So like right there, I had cut out just, I went mining, and then that smeltery that was in the village, I also cut that out just because it was me mining that up. And apparently I can't get inside a door. Wow. Like, rewatching this in what you guys are going to be seeing and then narrating it is also interesting, because I don't have a script up. I don't have an actual plan for what I'm going to say. I'm, watching and commenting, and like, I know things that I want to cover, like, plans for this series. I want to progress through, and I am going to have to tweak something a little later, and I'll cover that later in the video. I've already experienced a bug, and I think I experienced this last time I played through when I was just doing pure live streams. So, we're going to have to work that out. But I do want to establish a better base, and this time, instead of, establishing it out on the water, I'm going to establish it on land primarily, because you guys got to see how I dealt with it on the water. And I mean, yes, I realize there's a big old lake right there. I could have built another water base and been fine. Like, that's the thing is, I have found 2 ways in this mod pack to survive well. It is on the water, or what we're going to be doing this season, which is with walls and moats. So the plan is that we're going to have a compartmented areas, which are going to be connected by bridges. And then later on, we're going to dig moats and then fill the moats up with something dangerous. I don't know if it's going to be gelid cryothium. Anyways, it's basically liquid nitrogen or blazing pyrotheum. I think the liquid nitrogen will be better because then it won't catch my bridges on fire. I mean, we could also fill the moats up with liquid death if I really wanted to, right? Doesn't matter what we fill it up with. But like in testing, there's only 3 ways to make a base on this mod pack that I found that works. And so, you know, as you guys saw, the water base obviously works really, really well because, you know, nothing can really get to it. And if it does come over, you know, because of, you know, mobs swimming, it's super defensible. This way also works because then the only thing that can really get to you are the flyers and the spiders. But I mean, once the moats get put in place, then really the only thing that can get to you are the flyers. Which, I mean, like, the flyers are kind of the problem with this mod pack that I've noticed. But I don't have an actual way of dealing with that. I mean, I could put a roof on it and call that good. But I mean, like, at least for this design, I don't want to have I want to have open air concept. I think it's going to look really, really nice. Like, that's just me personally, right? You know, I'm obviously going to have buildings, but I also want to have an open air concept. So like the area that I'm in right now, that's going to act as my mining area. And for now, it's going to be like my main base of operations. Eventually, I'm going to build a area that's going to have, you know, like an actual house, which is going to look quite nice. You know, probably with a storage system underneath because these I don't even know what to call them yet. These squares, because, you know, well, some will be squares, some will be rectangles, but they'll all be like in a rhombus shape. So yeah, these rhombuses, or rhombi, I guess would be the plural. I don't know. I'm not good with that kind of garbage. Yeah. And so that cut right there, it was me going, let's see here, looking at the mini map a little bit too. I think that was just me moving stuff from the base. And now we're inside of a Weeping Angel Catacomb. So for anyone that doesn't know what a Weeping Angel Catacomb is, so Weeping Angel mod is one of the mods inside of this pack. And so it adds in the Weeping Angel from Doctor Who. And also these catacombs will spawn. And so, hilariously, for the most part, these things are pretty bad. And I forgot there was an aura node in there. We might have to go back in there later and check it out. Anyways, because, like, you know, for anyone that's kind of figured it out by now, vanilla tools don't work. So, like, technically speaking, yes, we can get diamonds. As you can see here, we found diamonds. Whoop-de-doo, right? You know, we got diamonds. But that doesn't mean anything. Like, honestly, that chain helmet that we got, that's the best find in those chests. But however, we can't kill Weeping Angels. Weeping Angels are exceptionally fast. Like, they are actually a problem. But luckily they only move when we aren't looking at them. But they also deal a metric ton of damage. And, like, here's the thing. I don't know how their movement works. I don't know if they can go horizontal. I don't know. I don't like messing with them. I went into the catacombs out of necessity. And, like, I know some people will go in and they'll, like, you know, break down the iron bars and they'll just leave it wide open, right? Because, you know, whatever. That's not me. I break in like that. I avoid the iron bars. And then I plug it back up because I don't want those things getting out. Because, like, while technically, yes, they can spawn in the real, like, I want to say the real world, but like in the outside world, it's significantly less likely for it to happen. And I mean, that melon find is also another great find down here. That's another kind of food, which, obviously with, was it Spice of Life and Hunger Overhaul, we're going to be having issues with our food front for a while. Because we need to think of 8-ish foods that we can stock up on relatively quickly and just eat a lot of. But honestly, as of right now, we have like an apple tree, and then we have some other stuff. So it's not bad because we can make multiple different kinds of apple related items. Because I know we can make like apple juice, apple smoothies, apple sauce. That's 3 off the apples right there. So like, there's just a lot of different things that we can do. And if you guys are wondering, why break the Weeping Angels, right? Or the statues. Every Weeping Angel statue has a chance to become a Weeping Angel entity. So, by breaking those statues, I am preventing them from, waking up, if you want to call it, and killing me. See those ones right there. They came up to life. And if anyone's wondering, okay, why is chain good? Like, chain's not a armor that, is particularly good. And also in episode 1, you said that vanilla armor is bad. Why are you equipping it? I mean, some armor is better than no armor, right? That's the only reason that I'm equipping the armor in the first place. But also, for the purpose of the mod pack, chain armor is steel. Is made out of steel. And steel's one of those things where it is really, really good. It progresses you kind of exceptionally fast. And so I really like it. So like, the only reason to go into these catacombs, for me at least, right now, is for the emeralds and the chain. Chain jumps us higher than iron. I think chain has a, whatever it's called, a mining level of obsidian. And then the diamonds and the gold also get us chandeliers, which will eventually get us magnum torches, which, prevent spawns in 64 blocks. The chandeliers do 16. The magnum torches do 64. And then here's another one. I did want to show you guys like the dungeons. And so as I said in the first episode, I added more dungeons to the pack because I wanted there to be more dungeon running. I wanted there to be more, crawling around in caves, a little bit more exploration, because you gotta kind of go out and find some of those dungeons. So I don't know exactly how many dungeons there are, but I do know that once we get established and I have like a good amount of food set up, I want to go out and explore with more. And also for anyone that's curious about, are Weeping Angels dangerous if you're looking at them? Technically, they can be. So, if you're ever playing with the Weeping Angel mod and the Weeping Angels aren't covering their eyes, because sometimes they'll have their arms outstretched and you can look into their eyes. Do not look into their eyes. That's actually a really bad thing, because looking into their eyes will give you an effect after a while, which I don't remember what the effect does. I think it can turn you into stone. But if nothing else, it will give you this really annoying jump scare, like a picture of the Weeping Angel from the TV show will pop up on screen, I think with a sound. When I was first playing with this mod pack,
like in its before I even considered putting it up on YouTube. I remember I was playtesting it, and like this was years ago, like back when 1.7.10 was like, just fresh out. Like I was playing on my HP Windows 7. For anyone that can figure out how old this mod pack is, just based off that, right? Anyways, yeah, no, I actually punched my screen because like I don't do loud noises. There's a reason that I don't sit super close to my screens, because like my monitors for my computer are TV screens. Like I have like, what are these, 24-inch TVs that I'm working with here. And I don't need to sucker punch one of these things like I did to my old Dell monitor. Like I did not start with like super good equipment, but it ran and it was beautiful, and it still runs today. Like my HP Windows 7 is right here. I'm trying to get it hooked up to the internet until I get a better computer just to run my camera account off of. Like, it's still kicking. It's alive and kicking, which I think is actually hilarious. Also, for anyone that's playing with Weeping Angels, or like if we get attacked by them later on, they are actually really stupidly dangerous. They do a lot of damage. And so I don't like dealing with them because of the fact that they do so much damage. I mean, I don't know why I was being so stupid. Oh, right, because there's no chest in that room. Sorry, it's been a long week. But yeah, no. Weeping Angels do a considerable amount of damage for how stupidly strong they are. Like, they hit like small trucks. You can't kill them. You can barely outrun them. And the only way you can like outrun them is if you don't, or is if you're looking directly at them, making eye contact with them. Well, they're in your line of sight, is what I should say. Not. So like, yeah. I also didn't realize going down into the catacombs that they were deep enough for voidwalkers to spawn. So that's a really good mental note for next time. Like, yeah. Also, I didn't realize that like I don't think I actually have a recording of it, but snow golems don't make snow in this. So I can't make an infinite snow farm off of having, some snow golem in my base. Which is kind of sad, but at the same time, I guess it makes sense. And then I'm just using, in this clip here, I'm just using the emeralds that I got from the catacombs to get better stuff. So like I traded for some trees, or for some saplings that I was going to grow. And because I knew there was mobs around and I didn't feel like fighting a lot, I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll just do this. And then upon closer inspection, every single one of the saplings that I did, I happened to get my hands on, grows best in a swamp or jungle biome. So that means they won't grow where I want them to grow. And yeah, I did also expand the base, and I got the smeltery in place. So that got cut out just because it was me dying just a metric ton. And I actually cut out the clip of me finding lava. Over near one of the things, there's lava. It's in a pit. I found it when I was looking at the minimap when I was like mining stone underneath our little base. I'll probably make a mention of it during episode 3. But, at least I did happen to get this. So yeah, actually, if you guys look over to on the right-hand side, that little forest pocket there, that's where the lava is. You guys can actually see the waypoint over there. So, For anyone that hasn't used a smeltery before, like, lava actually had me level progressed for it, or level locked for a while, because I could not progress without lava. And no lava means no smeltery, means no steel, means nothing. Like, I could not do anything except run around with flint tools. I couldn't even have a sword. Like, you want to talk about a bad day? You know, look at a man that has no sword. And I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest. I went full smooth brain when doing this because I'm like, oh yeah, I obviously need two things per whatever, right? You know, I need 2 hatchets and 2 shovels. Not thinking that I'm making a cast, which the cast will last you a lifetime, right? And for anyone that's like actually getting annoyed at my storage system, I do sort out like the food. Everything else is just kind of meh. However, yeah. Also, turns out Damascus steel not that good. Like, it's a neat thing, but it's one of those things that you get if you can't get steel, because it's like knockoff steel in this. But since I have all that chain and I have access to a couple of catacombs, like literally right across the pond, there's a catacomb. You know, I'm not worried about that. But we also figured out the recipe for a couple different things. So, like, vegetable stew is going to be like a large thing on our menu, which, like, vegetable soup isn't bad. You know, it's one of those things that if you want to reduce the amount of garbage that you have, you make vegetable soup, you make different juices, just stuff like that that you have laying around, right? Let's see. Beef Wellington was a big one that we had last season, which is making a comeback this season, right? You know, the cheeseburgers obviously making a comeback. You know, we actually have bacon cheeseburgers I think they're making a debut this one, because like bacon cheeseburgers, really good. Yeah. I need to like figure out other things that I can make that are really, really good, that are going to be helpful. You know, I'm actually pretty glad that we have a whatever it's called in our, you know, in our possession. That's the word. Sorry, I am tired. It's like 1 a.m. and we got about 7 minutes of video left. So we'll all suffer through this together, right? Anyways. And also, like, if you guys actually pay attention to the our little pickaxe there, Oarsbane, it goes from like being able to mine copper to like just straight obsidian, which makes me very, very happy. Oh, chili and extreme chili is another food that I think is going to be one of our main food sources, just because of, like, you know, it's chili and it's pretty easy to make. Like, yeah. Also, we got some pretty good enchants, if you want to call them, or upgrades on our axe. Like, our axe is pretty damn good. It got the diamond and the emerald, so both of the durability modifiers, as well as luck, as opposed to silk touch. Like, if our pickaxe gets silk touch, I'm gonna be upset. I'm just saying. Like, I might try to find some lapis just so I can give it luck, so I don't have to worry about it getting silk touch, because I think silk touch or auto smelt looks really stupid, and also that'll screw up the ores, because you know, any metal that we find will be doubled in the smelter. So if we have an auto smelting enchant on our pickaxe, that's just not going to be a very good day for us. And I also think I mentioned this last episode as well. I want to progress down the tech tree or quest line this season, because we checked out the magic one last season, and I haven't really done anything with it. So I did I cobbled together like a small quest line really quickly for that, and I will be expanding upon it. If you guys have like ideas, if you guys have seen a mod that like you go, hey, you should make some quests about it, right? Then I'm all for it. Like I always appreciate suggestions, and I'm sure I'm gonna get the suggestion, hey, you should update the mod pack. A lot of the mods that I want to use, I can't update to. Like Advent of Ascension, I have yet to find an updated version that's, in a decent version. All these mods that I really enjoy playing with, like Thaumcraft, good luck trying to find that. But, I don't know. I think there's also just kind of a happiness in playing in a slightly older version, because, like, I think after a while, Minecraft just gets kind of clouded up. And so however, onto the problem that I'm experiencing. For whatever reason, the iron capped wood wand quest, it doesn't want to detect. So I'm actually going to have to fix that before next episode, because I tried it like this just now, and I also tried it right before, like, I cut out maybe 2.5 hours of me just running around like an idiot trying to fill that thing up, and I got all of the aspects filled up, and it still denied me. So I think there's something up with it. So yeah, I'll make sure that when episode 3 kicks off, it's going to be, just that much more done, so we can progress down the tech tree. And I also did, I do want to reiterate this, I did move some quests around. I added some quests, I removed some quests, like that stupid, get 10,000 feathers and 10,000 bricks, because, which one's heavier, hee hee ha ha. That's gone. that's entirely gone. And I think it was a great thing for, like, the first run through was like, all right, cool, a little bit of hilarity. But yeah, and so, like, if you guys haven't watched the first episode, or the first series, I would suggest going through so you can, like, see what the mod pack's about. And then you can also, like, go, oh yeah, hey, by the way, now that I know what's going on this time, it'll be great. Yeah. But, I mean, there's still some bugs I'm trying to work out, just because I think it's really fun. I don't know, and I think that the last one was kind of rushed because I was trying to stream it every single day. Like, I literally said, I'm streaming this every day. And this one I'm not. However, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that fun stuff. And I hope to see you all in the next one.